We're supposed to be getting a huge update for The Sims 4 today. So in this video, we're gonna check it out and go over everything new together. We don't really know exactly what to expect from this update, but there are a couple of signs pointing to this one being a pretty big deal. First, they literally said so. They said a big base game update is coming to The Sims 4. They don't usually do this. They don't usually announce these things in advance, but about 4 days ago, they said on Tuesday, October 22nd, a big base game update is coming. And they're warning people that if they use mods or custom content, they might want to back up their save files. And they even gave modders a file in advance so they can start prepping and updating their mods now before the update comes out. And they don't usually do that either. So clearly they're expecting that whatever they've done in this update is going to cause some big problems for mods. But also there's an expansion pack coming out in about a week and a half, and the updates pre-pack, but especially pre-expansion pack, are usually pretty big. We often get major new features in these kinds of updates. Think like platforms or even like terrain tools. Those kinds of huge build mode changes all came out pre-expansion pack. I don't know if they've got any build mode plans this time, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were some changes to things like ghosts. They've been making a lot of changes to ghosts for the new expansion pack, so they might have done some things for them in base game too. So that's kind of what I'm expecting from this. I'm actually recording this part of the video the day before the update comes out because they also just posted this announcement. And I wanted to talk about this first because there is a big blog post here announcing a new kit type and also two new packs. It's called The Making of The Sims 4 Creator Kits, and I'll link this down below in case you want to read the full thing because I'm just going to go over some highlights. So a couple months ago, they teased this idea of creator kits for the first time, and they have been making creator kits, but not in this sense. The collaborative kits that we've gotten before, like the Pastel Pop Kit, had EA working with a creator for the design process. So the creator had the idea, they kind of gave inspo to EA, and then EA made the items. But these new creator kits are literal creator kits where like a CC creator or a modder has made the entire kit by themselves. I mean, they worked with EA on it to design it and stuff, but the creator made these items. So they worked with two really amazing CC creators for these first two kits, Myshuno-san and Trillica. You probably recognize those names if you've ever downloaded CC before. These are two creators that I have personally been obsessively following for years, and they made the Sweet Slumber Party kit and the Cozy Kitsch kit. Say that 3 times fast. This blog post is a combination of an interview with the creators, but also like an explanation from the Sims team about how this works and what it means. This new type of official kit partners with creators from the custom content community to lead the creation and design of new in-game content. Creators have the freedom to pitch kit themes and create items that speak to what they want to see in-game. This content will be distributed via official channels and available to all players, including Simmers on console. This approach will allow all players to add even more variety to their game and console players to enjoy new content from creators previously limited to PC and Mac players. So basically the idea here is that of course CC is a huge part of The Sims. The custom content community kind of carries The Sims, and also you can't use any mods or any CC on console. So it seems like EA's goal here is to officially platform some of those CC creators, get their content actually in the game. And since it's coming from EA and they're the ones packaging it and selling it, it'll work on console. They explain a lot here about how the process works and like what they did and how they collaborated on it. It seems like these creators pitched a concept and then EA kind of worked with them to figure out how they could make that work in The Sims 4. And then the creators did all the 3D modeling and all of the creation of those objects themselves. The creators wrote their descriptions, they named the kit, they helped with the store page description. So they really kind of made these kits all on their own, and EA's just the one selling them. They talk about how this is kind of a pilot to this new program because they're still learning and testing out how it's going to work too. And when I first heard about this, my biggest concern was, are these creators being compensated appropriately for their work on this? Because they're doing the whole kit. They did so much work on this kit, and if EA is going to sell it for $5, they're going to make so much money off of it. So I want to make sure those creators are being paid fairly for their time and for their effort and for their success. They do address this. It's very like fancy lawyer speak. It says throughout this process, all creators have been fairly financially compensated according to competitive market standards at every stage for their time, input, and expertise. I certainly hope so. They put a couple of screenshots in there, so I want to take a look at some of the items real quick. So this first one is pajama party vibes. So we're getting a lot of sleepwear and pajamas, but I'm also seeing these under eye masks. There's a nose mask on this sim. I am obsessed with the watermelons and with the bows. We can see a few more outfits here. There's like some frilly 2-piece sets. There's some new socks and maybe some new slippers as well. I actually really like the idea of some more cozy sleepwear like this because we don't have that many cute pajama sets. I always end up using that same base game button-up t-shirt, and I think that's the beauty of working with creators like this because The Sims Sims players know what they feel like The Sims is lacking, and CC creators especially are like experts. They are experts in their field. I am so excited to see who else they work with. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite things The Sims has done in a long time. I am so excited to see who else they work with and what else comes from this, because it feels like a really cool opportunity. I'm obviously not thrilled that it's like more paid content, because at the end of the day, it's more kits, but I really do think that working with creators in like an official capacity is so cool. It's such a cool opportunity for modders. These are people who have been making stuff like this for The Sims for years, who have been like carrying The Sims for years. And so being able to financially support them and also celebrate them in this way, I think is really cool. So here's the build kit, and I cannot help myself. I love build mode stuff. You know me, I am a builder at heart. There's a few things that are really standing out to me, especially the artwork. It's behind my face, but these art prints are amazing. I love this little gallery wall with the sideways plumb bob. There's a really nice new LED light. I'm looking at this kind of cool bookcase. There's a new sofa, a coffee table, there's candles. This is a big, just round, plain wooden dining table, which sounds simple, but we don't have one. We don't have just plain wood tones on a plain large round table. Also, these chairs, I literally have these chairs in my house. They're not orange, they're black, but that's like the exact article chair that I have at my kitchen table. I really like this fireplace with the tile and the different colors. This rug is amazing, and we've got this cute fruit bowl too. Kind of a more simple fruit bowl because it just has apples. The ones that we have in the base game are kind of chaotic and they're very colorful. Here's the second photo, and can I just say, I am obsessed with the color schemes and with the styles of these. It looks like there's a new shelf back here. There's a new light switch plate. We've got a lamp and a ceiling light. There's some new books back here. I really like this checkerboard on the fireplace. The colors of the chairs are amazing, and there's also a 3-wide sofa and a single chair. So there's a full couch set with all of the different sizes. They even have an ottoman added here and a radio. It looks like that might be an open book in the back. And then we also have this step stool side table. Everything I have seen from both of these two kits looks so good. I feel like every time they work with a creator, they just knock it out of the park. And think about how many CC creators have these amazing CC sets that they're releasing nonstop. Like, there's so much potential here for this in the future. So I'm feeling really excited about this, but I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are about it. And like I said, I'll link that blog post, but I'll also link both of these CC creators down below in case you want to go and follow them. If you have not already checked out their stuff, you cannot go wrong. They have so many amazing items. Okay, I think it's time to start talking about the free base game update from today, so I'm gonna pass it to Future Simsie to go over all of that stuff. Hello from Patch Day. The update is officially out and I'm downloading it right now. Usually I'm just sat here at my computer waiting for the patch to come out at 1, and then I kind of try to figure out what it comes with on my own. This time I waited a little bit longer, hoping the patch notes would come out first. The patch notes are still not out. Classic Sims update day. I feel like I spend half of my life waiting for patch notes for this game. We do know a couple of things about this patch already because there were some leaks, there's been some theories online, and the one thing that we do know has to do with occults in CAS. Oh my god, look at that. Pick an occult! Wait, you can just pick it from up here? You can just change it that easily? Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be that good. I thought there would be like a way to just change it from down here or something. That's so much better. Do you know how many times I've set out to make a sim and then been like, oh man, they should be a vampire, but it's too late. Like, if you don't pick it from this, it's too late. Or at least it used to be too late. Now you can just change it immediately? What are those goggles? Is that new too? Maybe that's from like a career reward. And then there's this. Oh my god. You can pick a cause of death. So you can pick any of the causes of death if you have all of the packs. They're all available in CAS. So I could say that my alien died by mold and I can be an alien ghost? Toggle ghost. This is so cool. So you can turn the ghost overlay off so you can actually pick the colors of your Sim's outfit, because when they're a ghost, you can't really see. I am like genuinely in awe of this. This is so cool. This is such a big quality of life improvement for my Sims. I want to test this real quick because I have this spellcaster Sim that I made a little bit ago. I can turn her into a ghost easily. I could swap her into a different type of occult. Oh, that's interesting. So the vampires can't die by chicken. So I had selected death by killer chicken, and when I turned into a vampire, it said the selected occult does not have this cause of death available. I didn't know that vampires had less causes of death. That's really interesting. See, I'm learning something. I didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna kill this Sim by chicken, and then I wanted to look at the pets, because I don't think you can do this to pets, but I read somewhere, oh my god, if they're elders, you can make a cat ghost from Cass. It can only be of old age because pets can only die of old age, but you can make a pet ghost immediately in Cass. And I assume that you can make a child into a ghost too because kids are able to die. You can also select children's occult type in Cass if you want to. Wow. I made a mermaid sim too because there's supposed to be a new mermaid grave type, and so I wanted to test that out. I think what we'll do is try to kill that sim. I apologize in advance for this, but it is actually for the sake of science. Achievement ghostly, look at me, have a ghost join your household. Okay, well I wanted to test this out because they changed all of the labels for the needs of ghosts. Instead of bladder, it says goo waste. We've got ethereal sustenance, otherworldly slumber, apparition cleansing, ethereal bonding, and spooky diversions. I'm wondering what happens if you have like a mermaid ghost though, because they have different need labels. They have hydration. Again, so sorry about this. This mermaid's life is going to be a short one, but I want her to eat these cakes real quick. Dehydrated from low hydration. Okay, too bad, eat the cake. Coral reef is being devoured by a cow plant. Will she make it out alive? No. No, she will not. Oh, he's done it. Coral has passed away. Begin a new chapter of life by becoming a ghost? Exciting ghostly powers await in the afterlife. Perhaps Coral has some unfinished business to attend to. You can also choose to relinquish control of Coral and allow her to stick around as a free roaming ghost. So free roaming ghost is like what used to happen, where they would just be dead and you might see them sometimes, only if you had their grave on your lot. Playable ghost means that she'll stay in my household, but as a dead sim. And look, I've got the new mermaid grave. Oh, wow. That looks so cool. Display as urn. I can pick any of them? No way. Oh, that's so cool. And I can pick any of the gravestones too. That's one of the debug ones from Snowy Escape, isn't it? And you can even pick the horse grave. I wasn't expecting that. Wait, that's really cool. Fine +2, around death, from losing an acquaintance. Blair doesn't know what to do in a situation like this. I'm gonna get a vampire real quick because I want to kill another sim. Okay, I'm grabbing Vlad. I'm just gonna leave him in the sun and we'll see what happens. I expect that this should be quick. He's already got enhanced sizzling from, don't you dare go inside. Stand over here. Talk about the hot temperature. Compliment the sim's outfit, come on. I feel like I'm doing a death speed run. Ask about being dead. Oh, already? Okay, bye. No, so look at this. There's new reactions to death. So you can yell angrily, stoic face, sniffle cry, be disgusted, be curiously indifferent, be confused, or awkwardly view. Can you be disgusted? Is this inappropriate? Oh, she looked like actually nauseous from that. So I think that means that Sims will all react differently autonomously now to death in The Sims 4. Do you want to yell angrily? Is that like yelling at him? Like you're mad that he died? So maybe I'll have Vlad become a free roaming ghost. So he's gone. He's not in my household anymore like how it used to be. But I can still display his grave differently. If I wanted to, I could give him the horse grave and then it just changes. That's so cool. Oh, that is perfect timing. I literally just finished killing my Sims and now the patch notes are out. So we'll go through these together and I'll point out things that stand out the most to me, but I will also link this down below in case you want to read the full thing yourself. They say Soul Souls, Spoopy, Simmers, and Specters. This Halloween season, we're summoning delightful surprises alongside the release of the Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack. A hauntingly huge thank you to those special ghouls who took time to report issues via Answers HQ. Prepare for a ghostly array of fixes and updates, no tricks, just spectral treats. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a video. Wow, The Sims has changed. They post so many different things now. They never used to do this. Whoa, okay, I'll listen to you talk to me.
Let's take a look at a bunch of new and exciting updates available now in The Sims 4.
Who are you?
Choose the top left hexagon in the Sim molecule and select Pick Cause of Death. A Sim's death type can give them unique abilities as a ghost. This is available for child Sims and older. Toggle the new ghostly overlay button to review skin tone, hair, and outfit colors more easily. You can now seamlessly change your Sim's occult type without losing or resetting your other progress. Your Sims will also react to death in completely unique ways based on their age and relationship to the Sim that passes. If your Sim just met them, they may react differently had they known them a long time. When your Sim passes away, a pop-up appears that gives you the option to become a playable or free-roaming ghost. Urns and gravestones can now be used indoor or outdoors interchangeably. Woohoo with Grim! The new Life Event Activities category in build mode filters content for weddings, funerals, and more. And lastly, turn your elder pets into ghosts in Create a Sim. Jump in-game and explore these exciting updates.
Okay, please hold. I will be coming back to the patch notes. I have something more important to do very quickly. I need to woohoo with the Grim Reaper. Obviously, I don't have any mods right now because they're all disabled. So I'm gonna teach you how to cheat this without mods. It's kind of a ridiculous cheat. I would recommend looking this up and then copying and pasting it. But it's modify relationship, first Sims name, second Sims name, a number, and then LTR_romance_main. Oh no, does it not work? Oh my gosh, can you not do it to the Grim Reaper? Oh, I gotta play normally? Does that say ask about Rainbow Bridge? Like for my pets? Oh, I can't handle that. Unavoidable heartbreak from learning about the Rainbow Bridge. Why did I ask about that? What was I thinking? I'm trying to make it flirty. Let's see if I can fix it. Oh, there we go. He's feeling flirty too. Oh, this is gonna be easy. I hope he doesn't leave. I should have a little bit of time. Vlad only just died, right? Oh, they're kissing. Hello, darkness, my old chum. Grim Reaper and Blair are having their very first kiss. Don't leave. What are you doing? React to ghost? No, no, no. Oh my gosh, woohoo with the Grim Reaper. I have been wanting to do this again for so long. For some reason, they took it away, so we couldn't woohoo him for a long time. And now we can do it again. Look at that. Why do I feel like actually emotional about this? This is my favorite part of the update. That's so dumb of me to say. It's cool though. Okay, sorry. Back to the patch notes. This is important. Sims will react uniquely to others' deaths based on traits and relationships. Experience everything from sobbing for loved one passing to retching at a stranger's death. So it sounds like because my Sims did not know each other, they didn't really care. But like if your mom died, you might have more of a reaction than they would if like some random stranger died at the bar. And there's quite a few different types of reactions. Like this Sim looks happy, whereas this one is crying. Obviously, ghosts can now be created and create a Sim. After passing on, ghost Sims gain a new set of needs in place of the classic living Sim ones. We also have the option to become a playable ghost at the moment of death with this new pop-up. Upon the death of a marriage partner, two married Sims will no longer be married. They'll be widowed. However, there is a new interaction that will allow them to ask to stay married so they can reinstate their marriage status. Oh wow. Okay, so right now, if one of the partners dies, it just completely ends their relationship. So you have to like start dating and then propose and then get married all over again, which is kind of weird if you're still playing with the ghost and you've got the ghost in your house. So now you can just ask to reinstate it and it'll come back, but it won't be on by default because you might want the marriage to end after death. So I think I like that. I'm glad that I can bring it back. I actually do that a lot. I'll like have my Sims keep being romantic with their dead partner. So this is gonna be helpful for me. We can woohoo with the Grim Reaper again. I do not know why they took that away from me. I'm so glad. I'm so excited about that. There's improved autonomous ghost behavior, such as reducing the frequency of ghosts breaking things and creating annoying ghost byproducts like puddles. That's gonna help me so much because in one of my saves, this is embarrassing, but I literally have 430 graves in my front yard. So I am nonstop being haunted. And so the ghosts are gonna do less annoying things. They're gonna break things less often. And all of those ghosts, not all, but a lot of those ghosts died by drowning because I have this like shark pond. I really shouldn't be talking about this. It makes me look really bad, but a lot of them died by drowning. And the ghosts of Sims who died that way drip water, so they make puddles everywhere. But I guess they reduced that frequency. So I'm gonna have a little bit of an easier time in that household. They also added a new outdoor picture category in build mode called Life Event Activity to help players find content for funerals, weddings, and more. Oh, let's take a look at that then. Yeah, look at this, life event activities. So it's got like the career day table. They've got all kinds of decor for holidays. They've got gravestones. There's tea. You know, this is a good idea in theory, but I think there's a little bit too much in here for it to actually be useful. If the goal is to make it easier to find the wedding arches, for example, there's so much stuff in this category because of all of the decor. It like kind of distracts from it. I'm probably never going to use this category to look for things. I guess if you have less packs, it's going to be easier, and most people have less packs, but I think there's a little bit too much tagged in here. Like, I don't know if, for example, all of these things need to be tagged. There's some items like these holiday crackers. Those are from the free holiday pack. I always forget about those. So it is kind of cool that it's there. And then we have easy access for like the wedding aisles and things. So maybe it is a good thing. I think I'm just overwhelmed. Change is hard and it's a lot in this category. Oh, infant, toddler, and child Sims taken by social workers go to household menu in Manage Worlds rather than being deleted. So right now, if you're playing in a household and your kids get taken away by child services, they just disappear forever. Like it's physically impossible to get them back. You can't even bring them to a different household. Like they're just completely gone, deleted, forever deleted. But now they're gonna go to the Manage Worlds households menu. So they'll still exist and you could I guess you could take them back if you wanted to, or you could have them like go stay with someone else. I prefer that a lot. I don't understand why they got deleted before, because it just had them completely cease to exist, and that made no sense. I don't often have my Sims get taken away. It's usually when I'm doing like a 7 infant challenge type of thing, so it doesn't really affect me, but it is a nice change. Oh, they've also added a new bonfire object. That's our first base game fire pit, and it's a bonfire. We can light it and we can possess it. Great. Perfect. Oh, that's nice. I assume that it probably has all of the same interactions that the bonfires from the other packs have, but now it's base game. That's cool. That's nice to have. It's nice to have more outdoorsy stuff too, because we don't really have that many things for outdoor spaces in the base game. We've got some new options to manually swap and customize the urns and gravestones. Oh, and they also added 10 new true black color variants to 10 different base game shoes. So they've added a new black swatch to all of these different base game shoes, including some heels and some boots. I've always been so annoyed because these boots had a black swatch that was kind of like a light gray. Oh, I can show you because I can toggle the ghost overlay so we can look at it. Okay, so these boots before, this was the darkest black swatch. It kind of has like a little blue tone to it, but now it also has this black swatch, just a little bit darker, a little bit more of a true black. And same as these, this was the black swatch. Now they have a true black, a darker black. For some reason, a lot of the black colors in the base game are very blue toned. So they've gone through and tried to fix that. Look at her floating, that's so weird. She has ghost animations still despite looking like she's alive. But like these heels had kind of a blue tone, now there's a true black version. And there's some new base game content that is cross-pack compatible. So if you've got any of the other packs that come with gravestones, you can use those as we've seen. And it looks like a few of these are the new ones from Life and Death. That one's new, this one's new. All 3 of these are new, and these 2 down here are new. So they're adding a lot of headstones in that pack. I guess that makes sense, it's a death pack. Of course, we have the new Merfolk urn and tombstone. It is honestly really beautiful. It is a very nice urn, and the grave with the shell in the back is so pretty. I think that's easily my new favorite grave out of all of the ones that we have so far, and I'm so glad they finally did that, because up until now, all of the other occults had their own grave. You can see it here, like the aliens had a grave, vampires had a grave, werewolves had one, spellcasters had one, but mermaids did not have a custom grave. So after all these years, finally they actually have their own grave type. We already saw that we can swap occults more easily and it won't like lose any of your cast progress, which is huge. And you can create elder, dog, cat, and horse ghosts in Create a Sim if you have any of those packs. They have to be an elder because they can't die when they're younger, but you can make a ghost of any of the pets too in cast if you have that pack. And then of course, there are a ton of bug fixes coming out in this update. We actually went through the laundry list in a different video, so I won't go over the whole thing with you right now. There's always some fun highlights, like Sims will not eat spoiled food autonomously. Plants that have enough water will stop dying. Parent Sims will no longer get stuck standing idly in front of the crib when trying to interact with a sleeping baby. The infants are so glitchy, so any change to that is huge. Stopped issues where a baby tries to perform an interaction that requires an adult to put them down, but the adult can't, so it just spins in a loop. I have seen that glitch so many times, but I never knew what was causing it. They fixed that. I don't know if you've been doing a lot of building recently, but there's been a glitch with the gabled roofs when they're very small, where the wallpaper is like not displaying correctly and it looks stretched. They're fixing that. Your Sims will no longer mourn strangers if they die in front of them, so they won't get that like 2-day mourning moodlet anymore. They only get it if they actually knew the person who's dying. Non-binary Sims are now properly referred to as birthday Sim during party events instead of like birthday girl like it did before. That has bothered me for so long, so I'm really glad they're fixing that. They tried to reduce some clipping issues when children try to practice riding a bike. They've been just like riding straight through walls for ages, so they tried to fix that. I don't know how much they did. It just says it reduced clipping issues. It didn't solve, but it reduced. I wish they would put pictures for stuff like this because I don't know what this means, this asset from Lovestruck. I think it's just toenail polish where the swatches had the wrong color displayed. Infants will no longer teleport to outside of the crib. There are so many infant bugs that they need to fix. There's 3 in these patch notes alone, but there are still so many more outside of just these 3. And I think the next biggest thing is that the spellcaster and the werewolf animations will display less frequently in cast. You know how they're like howling non-stop? They've tried to tone it down. so it won't be as bad anymore. And that's most of the major bug fixes, but there are quite a few here that I didn't read out loud to you. I am beyond thrilled with this patch. It's so funny how it's fully just a complete death patch. Everything about it is death related, which makes sense because the death pack is coming out next week, but it kind of feels like a dream come true to me. I think my favorite part is actually the cast changes. That's gonna make it so much easier to create occult types. It's gonna be a complete game changer for us. Also, being able to woohoo the Grim Reaper is pretty big, but everything about this, like the new mermaid grave, selecting different graves, the pop-up when you die asking if you want to be a ghost, there are quite a few pleasant surprises in this patch. And I think on that note, I'll probably wrap this video up right here. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you're excited about this update. I know that it's hard for a lot of you because it broke all of your mods and it's gonna be a rough couple of days. I understand your pain with the mods breaking. It really does suck, but I do also really appreciate a bunch of free content for The Sims 4, so there's a balance there. And this is a good time to remind you that if you've got script mods, things like UI cheats, maybe the more cast columns mod, they are probably going to break with this patch. You're gonna have to delete those mods and then re-download them once the modders have updated them for the patch. If you've got like regular custom content, like a CC hairstyle or some CC pants, that's gonna be fine. It's the bigger mods, the script mods, that usually break with updates. Be patient with the modders. They're working as hard as they can, as fast as they can to fix them. The people who make mods are like carrying the Sims community on their backs, so please be kind to them. Thank you all for your hard work on this, and thank you for watching today's video, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. You have to tell me in the comments what your favorite part is, and it better be the Grim Reaper. I'm just being honest, that is the most fun part.